It is our second time now, and I love it when we do the catch-up with bands. Ladies and gentlemen, Two Door Cinema Club once again. What's up, fellas? How are ya?
Pretty good.
Yay! Okay, there's one performance that I have on my DVR that will not be erased, and it was the show you guys did with Kimmel. Nice job.
Thanks.
Looked fantastic.
Which one?
True. I guess it was the most recent one that you guys did.
Yeah, the one on the outdoor stage, was it?
Yeah, the outdoor stage.
Yeah, that's fun.
Those are those have been coming around a lot. You guys have been doing a lot of that stuff, and do you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's just so strange going into those sort of TV shows. Like, you know, we've done bits and pieces of TV in the UK and Europe, but nothing's really as crazy as the sort of production value of the American ones. You know, they're kind of next level. And yeah, got to meet the lady from Modern Family as well.
Right.
It was fun seeing a few celebs in there.
Right on. Excellent.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited about the brand new album that's coming out, and somebody that saw the show a couple of days ago said that you guys are going to play some of the new stuff. We're going to get a preview of what's coming up with Two Door Cinema Club. Can you tell us a little bit about the brand new album? There he is.
It was written over, I suppose, maybe 6 months, but then it ended up all being mostly rewritten. We lived together for a while in Glasgow and wrote bits and pieces, and then we moved out to Los Angeles for 2 months and worked in a studio with an Irish producer, Jack Knightley, and just had a hell of a good time, you know, making music, experimenting, and we've now finished something that I'm extremely proud of.
When do we get, is there a street date? When do we know that it's
we have ideas in our head, nothing that we're able to say yet, but it will be shortly after the summer.
Excellent. You guys are veterans of playing the outdoor festivals, and it's always during the summer. Lollapalooza, of course, and you guys, you know, all over the world. What's the secret to, is there a secret, or you just melt on stage? Like, for example, today we're in Houston in the middle of summer, well, the beginning of summer, and it's hot.
There is no secret.
I think this will be the toughest show.
Really?
I've ever had to play. It's just next level. It's heat outside.
We're mostly used to doing European festivals where it normally just rains. So, and then usually we're either in a tent or like later on. So we're not in the, you know, in the middle of the day heat.
I think the real bonus about coming as a band is having a bus. We can stay on the bus, which is air conditioned, until we go on stage, and then I'll probably come back here and spend the rest of the day here recovering. That 40 minutes or whatever we're on stage is probably likely to kill me.
We're totally just the wrong people to ask, you know, because we have these creature comforts that, you know, it's as if, you know, it's like a really hard life for us, you know. It's like always come back to the bus and sit in the air conditioning. I think it's so bloody impressive. These people come and it's so warm out there, and, you know, they do it all day, and they're drinking, and, you know, they're having a great time at like midday, and then you come on later in the evening and they're still really up for it. So I think it's, you know, we're the wrong people to ask.
Yeah, they're really the soldiers that are out there in the field. When you said they were out there drinking and having a good time, I thought you were talking about me. We move on. Anyway, all right, so audiences around the world, because last time we talked, you guys had pretty much played a couple of shows, but even since then, that was in 2010, you've played even more. Is different reactions, different audiences?
Definitely. I mean, like, I think America is.
I'll get it.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
It wasn't mine.
Yeah, I think, you know. Oh, sorry. You know, like the UK, I think is very similar to America, but then you can contrast that with, say, a lot of places in Asia. So, like, the first time we played in Japan was just probably the weirdest thing ever, whereas people they didn't really know who we were, and they kind of enjoyed the songs and things like that, and then as soon as you finished the song, it would clap for like maybe 3 seconds, and then it would go dead silent, and then it was just like, and they just stand and they watch you, and they're really just like, they're just there totally for the music, you know. They're not there to get drunk and have a great, they'll obviously have a good time, but it's not, the experience is different for them, you know. And so then we started to go back to Japan more and play bigger shows, and people knew who we were then, and, you know, we would have people like crowd surfing and stuff, and then a song would end and then it would just suddenly stop again, and it's almost like they only have a great time when the music is playing. So It's crazy.
But even in the United States, we sat with Mark Foster from Foster the People, and he made a comment about the fact that it's the worst place in America to play is Los Angeles.
We've always had a great time.
I think it can be true sometimes. I think when we were playing smaller shows we played a couple of shows in bars, and there can always be a pocket of, I suppose, the people you would expect in Los Angeles. You know, the kind of really cool people and they're there to be seen, and they don't really dance or have a good time. But then as the shows started to get bigger and there were more genuine fans there, and you know, there are, you know, those kind of cool people are the people you think of when you think of Los Angeles, but there's so much more to LA than that, and we discovered that a lot, having lived there and making the record there. But since we've been playing bigger shows, the shows have got a lot more exciting.
I think in the early days we used to hate playing in London because we would just have same thing, or like people from record labels or whatever who are there, you know,
with their crossed arms
half the time on their BlackBerry, you know, and it's really hard when you're a band and you're inexperienced, and you know, you have this dream in your head that it's all biggest show of the tour. This is, you know, really important show for us playing in London, and it's not fun to play when people aren't, you know, it's much more fun to play when people are going crazy. And
yeah, we always had great shows in LA. Always lots of people there having fun.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's gonna be tough to have an awful show if there's lots of people there.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Like, we've played other places in America where there's not been many people at all, and those have been pretty awful. So.
You guys are one of the bands that they're lucky enough to play these huge festivals. A big difference between playing in front of thousands of people versus a smaller, more intimate type venue. I mean, from your perspective on stage,
we love both. You know, you get the whole kind of production value of a festival, and you know, you're on a big stage and a big PA, and you're just like in front of thousands of people, and obviously it's great for us as a band, and I think, but also we do all at the same time really love playing the smaller shows. So like sometimes, you know, like obviously like America's a really big place, so we, you know, could play like a show in New York which would be twice the size of a show we would play in Minneapolis or something. So it's kind of fun sometimes to go back and play a really tiny, sweaty bar and just kind of remember how it was in the old days. So I mean, we love playing both. I mean, they're both just very different experiences. But I mean, a lot of the comfort in a festival is that you know, you have all this nice food and catering and all this stuff, and you know, and there's lots of people, and you have in your head, it's like, oh, this is great for us. You know, people might just discover us today, and whereas at your own show, it's just people there exclusively for you. So
yeah, sadly, sometimes at festivals, you kind of feel like everyone's super far away from you, and like you kind of lose that connection sometimes. So yeah, it's nice to do both, though. You know, sometimes it's fun just to play in front of way more people than you'd ever usually play to. You know?
Two more questions. One of them being, what are your thoughts on the, you know, the big shows right now that are on TV? We're talking X Factor, both the United States and over in England, but it's like X Factor, American Idol. What are your thoughts on the reality show-based shows that attempt to turn out superstars?
I think it's just really short-sighted. You know, I think you can hardly name a single, is maybe a handful of people who've won these competitions that have been running for, you know, every year for, I don't know how many years now, 10 years maybe. You can maybe pick about 2 names that you're still doing it today. It's just a really short-sighted, short-bursted thing. You know, there's a couple of artists that have done well. I think, you know, in essence, you know, discovering new talent and stuff is obviously a good thing, but it's kind of the infrastructure around it is kind of a bit, you know, that doesn't seem to be kind of thought of. It's more of a commercial value, and
it creates a very bad sort of culture where people just like, everyone just wants to be famous, not like even just to be, you know, singing every night, because, you know, if you wanted to do that so badly, you probably would be doing it anyway. But, you know, like all these bands who do come and play like tiny festival stages or go play, you know, bars every night, like they do it because they want to do it, not because they want to be celebrities. And like, especially like seems to be on the UK sort of ones, it's just people who feel they should be famous and deserve to be, you know, everyone looking at them. I feel like the American ones, those full of people who are actually amazing singers.
Yeah, I think it's crazy though. I think it's easier when you're a band, because it's like, you know, there's almost a system. It's like, okay, we've written 10 songs, we're happy with them, we practice together, we'll just call up a bar and ask them if we can play, kind of thing. But I think like if you're just, you know, someone who works at Walmart and have an amazing voice, like what do? You know, how it must be really hard. You know, there's no kind of infrastructure. Do you just go down to karaoke nights, or I don't know what you do. So I don't know.
All right, so what is Two Door Cinema Club going to be doing on their summer vacation? What are their plans for the summer of 2012?
We had 2 weeks off scheduled for this summer, and then we got told we had to go to Japan and do some interviews. So we don't have a summer vacation. It's the short
good
answer.
to be busy though.
It's very good to be busy. Well, we're looking forward to the new record. Can't wait to hear the new stuff live on stage in the 90-degree heat. And gentlemen, it's great to see you guys again.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back.
Two Door Cinema Club. Yay.